All right, guys, if you slice or hook a golf ball, chances are you have a dysfunctional grip. The way you place your hands on a golf club is your only connection to the club face. Your hands essentially are synonymous to the club face. So why is it so few golfers pay attention to this incredibly important fundamental? In my experience as a coach, golfers tend to place their hands on the club in a position that feels right, not what is right. Most golfers lack a functional grip routine as well, so it's no surprise that they have dysfunctional grips. So many of you are surfing YouTube trying to find a quick fix on your swing plane, your body dynamics, your club face position. It goes on and on and on. It's kind of a dark hole. Very few golfers honestly ask yourself this question: how good is my grip, and is it serving me? That is what we're going to discuss today. Looking forward to this one. All right, guys, so let's see if we can find a grip that works for you. I've got a lot of people that look at my videos, and thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, by the way, go ahead and press that subscribe button. There's a bell button next door. Click on that. You get a notification every time I release a new video. But what I'm trying to help you understand here is there's not any one perfect grip, okay? You can give a good golfer, someone who's been gripping the club a particular way for a very long time but plays very well, you can give them an ideally really good grip and you're going to mess them up. I mean, they'll never break 80 again. So you got to be a little bit careful with this stuff. If you're a really good ball striker with an excessively strong or an excessively weak grip, I wouldn't change it. I'll be quite honest with you. And we're talking about a good golfer, a golfer that's consistently shooting, 76 or below. We've got to be a little bit careful. But the reason I say we have to be careful is you release the golf club in a way that works for you. If you've got a very, very strong grip, which for me as a right-handed golfer means my lead hand's on top, my trail hand's a little bit more underneath. You can see here I've got 4 knuckles on my left hand. If you have a stronger grip, obviously, if you match that grip with a release pattern that has a lot of rotation or supination in the lead wrist, you are going to hook the golf ball. That is not going to work well for you. So if you're very, very dynamic with your wrists, that's going to be a problem. That's why you see most elite golfers have stronger grips, and you hear this: stabilize the face, use the body more. Well, you're required to use your body to slow the club face down. Remember, the body is a club face opener, okay? It's the wrists and forearms that actually close the club face. So if you think about it that way, a hooker of the golf ball with a strong grip isn't going to rotate the golf club as much, right? They're going to use their body a little bit more. Important to understand this, their lead wrist, okay, is going to move into extension a lot more. That just means the lead hand is going to point a little bit more on top of the golf club as the club exits, okay? It's not going to be to the side, and it's not going to be underneath as much. That's not a good matchup for someone that has a strong grip. If you're a good golfer watching this, you kind of already understand this, okay? You're most likely, with a strong grip, going to hit the ball from left to right. As a right-handed golfer, that's a really good matchup. The stronger grip gives you permission to use your body a little bit more. The fade release pattern, the pull fade release pattern is going to work very well for you. Now that's about 20%, maybe 15% of golfers that are in that category. The vast majority of you golfers that are watching my channel, okay, lack speed, lack distance, and a lot of you lack mobility. Let's get it right, okay? So we need a little bit of help here. Remember, we can create a little bit more speed with the wrists and arms. It's a good thing. What we don't want, what we do not want, is a weak grip, all right? If you have the grip placed too high in the palm, if your lead hand's too far underneath the golf club, you've got 1 knuckle, and your trail hand's too far on top, and that club face gets open, you are doomed, all right? You're going to be doomed. It's very, very difficult, unless you're an elite golfer that's been doing it since you were this high, okay, and you figured out a way of doing this. It's very, very difficult to get that club face caught up consistently well if, as you approach the golf ball, your club face is wide open. So I would recommend all of you, especially if you're struggling with distance, to make sure that you grip the club to the side of you with your lead hand a little bit more on top, okay? When you're looking down, get this V here to your trail shoulder. See at least 2 to 3 knuckles on the lead hand, okay? That's gonna be a slightly strong grip. I would say 2 to 3 knuckles isn't a very strong grip. It's just on the stronger side. Once you get that club face in a better position, remember, because that influences the club face, no question about it, what that's going to allow you to do, and this is the fun part, it allows you to rotate the golf club a lot easier. It allows you to get the toe caught up to the heel. And that's what we're really looking for. For you guys that are struggling, you tend to spin your body out in front of the arms, you know who you are, you hit slices all the time. Very, very difficult once the face is open to do much about any of that. I'm going to grab my big golf club here and show you. So what we want to do if you're a slicer, grip the club a little bit more this way. Left hand on top. Great pointer here is just get that elbow kind of pointing towards you, and then take your trail hand and then put it to the side of the golf club. Twist it this way. Don't get that right shoulder too high, okay? So there's my little bit stronger grip. You can see the V's in a good position here. What we're looking to do, guys, is make sure that that golf club, see the toe of the golf club is kind of tipping a little bit. Can you see that? That's that halfway back position. I'll get down the line a little bit more here so you can see this. We've got that toe tipping, okay? From there, it's so much easier, okay? If you got the toe tipping the other way, if you can look at your face, if your toe is tipping behind the heel halfway back, very, very difficult to recover from that, all right? So this halfway back position, incredibly important and very, very easy if the lead hand is on top of the golf club. You can see without any effort, I just make a little backswing here. Look at the toe, it's pointing down. All right, if I get it in a weak position right here, very difficult. Everything wants to open very early. Now I've got that toe behind the heel. I've got no chance whatsoever. So pay attention to the position of your lead hand on the golf club. Make sure that trail hand comes in a little bit more underneath. Once you start hitting that ball left, what's going to happen is you close the face and the ball's going to start going to the left a little bit more. You're going to have permission to shift your path further to the right. That is the trick for eliminating a slice. Once we start to get that toe rotating, we can see the golf club turning down towards the golf ball. As I swing through here, you can see the golf club is rotating from down the line here. All I'm doing is allowing the toe of the club to rotate. I'm going to rehinge through the golf ball here. My lead wrist moves into what I call an extended position. I do what's called a hitchhiker drill. I talk about this all the time on my channel. It's not about rolling the wrists. That is not a good release pattern. Unfortunately, if your face is open, as you approach, you are forced to roll. When you're trying to control this kind of rate of closure, it's almost impossible. You're gonna have a two-way miss, right, left, like marching soldiers down the fairway here. That's why this grip is important. So orient the club face a little bit more in a closed position. Start to get that golf ball moving a little bit more left as you see it. You start to see that ball going left, you can start to force your path further right. That is how you take care of your slice. So bottom line is this, guys, pay attention to the way you hold the golf club. Make sure you find a grip that works for you. Remember, if you hook it, you're better off using your body more dynamically. You're going to be a little steeper. You're going to go ahead and release your lead wrist into an extended position, which just means the lead wrist is more on top of the golf club. If you want to hit draws, okay, you're getting rid of your slice, you are going to require more rotation, more lead wrist supination, and we can start to get that club face closing relative to the path earlier. Then you can start to shift your path to the right. That's kind of the order of things as I see it. Club face first for you slicers, path first for you hookers. Unless it's crazy hooks with the longer clubs, then you might want to get your trail hand a little bit more on top of the golf club, okay? Just some food for thought for you. So if you think this could help, go ahead and share. I always get back to people. If you have any comments, any questions on the grip, I'm happy to help out. And thank you so much for subscribing. I really, really appreciate the support. Get after it, guys. Pay attention to your grip. It is low-hanging fruit. We'll see you next time.